what you're getting here versus the Mafex, you're getting substantially more
That's
here.
true though. Yeah, yeah.
If you look at the head sculpt, it's a hyper realistic head sculpt. Look at the skin tone;
The
it
skin
looks
tones.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they went all out on this suit.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. I'm John. This is Josh. Welcome back to our weekly podcast for action figure news. Let's go ahead and jump right in. We got some big news to start off with. Our friends over at Brutal Realm, James, Jason, and David Vonner, they just hit with, their Kickstarter just got updated with the Big Bad Toy Store numbers.
Really, Jesus, holy.
Yeah, yeah. So last I checked, they were like at 68,000. That was this morning. And then they sent out a Kickstarter update. I'm assuming James did. And he's like, hey guys, like the numbers look really good. When they give us the numbers, we'll let you know. And I thought it was gonna be like, today, or I mean tomorrow, or maybe on the weekend. But no, they gave them the numbers today, and now they're at 129,852. So just shy of their goal of 140,000 with 7 days left to go.
That's so odd. I feel like just from because like I think the campaign more than doubled from the Big Bad Toy Store orders.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so odd because why wouldn't you just go directly to the Kickstarter? Like I get that you can pay you won't pay now, but you're gonna pay less on the Kickstarter. So like I think it's more so maybe like people maybe are weary or don't understand because you when you go on
I
Kickstarter,
think,
you get that message and it's like, oh, we're not
right.
responsible if things go bad, but it's like
Yeah.
it's pretty safe.
I think you're right. I think people are like, yeah, I like this, but maybe I can't afford it right now, but I do want it. And a Big Bad Toy Store is a way to like kind of hold off on your payment. Yeah, you are paying a little bit more, but sometimes that can get canceled out through shipping costs.
That's what I was saying though. Like no, that's why I feel like it's just so much money, like that bad. I'm like, I feel like it's something beyond that. Like I feel like it has to be. I feel like it's more of a maybe a Kickstarter reach thing or just collectors
Okay.
not being
Okay.
kind of like that's what I've been trying to say. Like I think people are weary maybe of Kickstarter or just because
Yeah.
you do get that message and maybe that kind of
Right.
scares people, but it's like half the campaign went to Big Bad, which is odd because it's like they're promoting this, I would say, for the most part, to go back their Kickstarter, not really
Yeah.
kind of pushing people to go to Big Bad, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's just odd to me that half of the people went through Big Bad. That's crazy.
It's an interesting, definitely event here. Like I haven't seen this in previous Kickstarters, and I've only been in the Kickstarter game for a while. But I mean, Josh, have you seen this before? Like, with this
No,
substantial amount?
what's no, and it's weird. Like even I've never seen this jump. Like that's
Yeah,
like a
it's
crazy amount.
big.
Like even like AWOC or Savage Crucible,
Right,
it
right.
was kind of like a slow but steady kind of grind until like the last day. And I don't even remember if even like AWOC or Savage or Galactic Valor ever added those numbers. Because Jason kind of said like, oh, with those numbers we probably will get Mamba, but it like was
Yeah.
not even reflecting on the Kickstarter whatsoever. So I wonder how they were able to get those numbers and then account for them within the Kickstarter because like that's like a whole logistics things that like could lead to some weird stuff. I feel like.
Yeah. With AWOC, the Series 2 stuff, remember their Big Bad did actually back the Kickstarter, right? Do you remember when we saw their logo?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but no, I think Adam did add those numbers towards the tail
Later
end of it.
on,
Yeah, towards
yeah,
the end of
later
it.
on,
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
like
So
post Kickstarter into
that's
the
that's what I think.
backer kit.
That's what I thought was going to happen with this, but no, they got them in somehow. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
exactly. Like
Yeah,
that's how we got like Mamba. That's how we were able
yeah,
to get
yeah,
Mamba.
yeah.
Yeah.
They also did announce the one that they revealed on our show when we did our interview. Check out that video up above. Yeah, but Killian the Red, right? They were saying they were going to make a Celtic warrior, Celtic barbarian, and they got some kind of some artwork for it with the blue tribal tats, right? That are really really iconic and associated with the Celtic warriors, as well as the red hair and the face paint, man.
And just like I think I feel like it's not as bad that like it's digital art because now that we have the official kind of prototypes, you can
Oh yeah,
infer of like what this is going to be, the quality, the
yeah, yeah,
articulation, the sculpt, and so forth. Whereas like previously, we just had the art. So
yeah.
and it's kind of like par for the course with Kickstarters because they're kind of doing things on the fly. They don't know how successful a Kickstarter will be. Oftentimes with like stretch goals or tiers or the things they add last minute, like weapons packs, is usually digital art. So this is kind of par for the course.
What about a screen grab of a character?
What do you mean?
Maliki.
That's only Hasbro. That's that's even worse than this.
That's even worse. Yeah.
Hasbro has no right to do that.
That was yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's cool to get this because again, it's gonna be on that barbarian base body, the like European barbarian. They're just adding the paint apps, adding a couple of different variations. Like his little belt sigil thing
yeah.
is different, right? So we're familiar with this body mold. So
And it's such a smart move, like to them to add the big bad numbers plus drop this art because I feel like it's going to like when the Kickstarters usually get within maybe 20K, I would say, then people are kind of like, okay, well, they get the FOMO and then they start to buy in. Whereas like if it's maybe half or a quarter, people are like, not going to get it because it's not going to fund. And it's like kind of it's a weird mentality, but I feel like that's how most people think. So it's actually super smart that I don't know how they're able to do it, but I think it's a genius move to add those big bad numbers because now for sure, I feel like I kind of our prediction 2K, 200K we were saying, and we still haven't hit the final week, which is the massive push.
Yep.
Man, I think we might get there 200K. I don't think that's a far off thing. I think we hit it.
That's cool. Yeah, we'll see how far they go, man, and how many tiers they do unlock. But yeah, adding this and this one is available to like add to your pledge or pledge just for this one, like just like Cheap Motto, it's unlocked.
Good to know. I gotta add that to my pledge now.
Yeah. All right. So shout out the Brewer Realm team, and I can't wait to see more of these. And just like thinking about it too, because apparently Vonner, I found out Vonner also worked with Wade from Unparalleled Universe on his Odious figure, and people have been praising the articulation on that figure, and that's what Vonner is bringing to the Brutal Realm team here is that just that knowledge of articulation and
it's just from our conversation with when we talked to the Brutal Realm crew, like Vonner just made me have so much trust in this line. Like just hearing him talk, like the passion and plus, like you're saying, the experience that he has.
Yeah.
Like in Vonner, we trust, man.
Yeah. In Vonner, we trust for sure, man. So we'll see what that brings us. Let's jump over to NECA. We got some Comic-Con official reveals here. We're getting the Universal Monsters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Black and White 4-pack for $145 due out this month. It is just the repacking of those Universal Monsters as a set. So yeah, and you do get everything there.
145, you're saying?
145, yes. 145.
Okay, that's about. Oh, it's exactly $1 over. So like normally if you bought like all of them at retail, they retail for like $34.99, right? Like that's what a NECA now goes for. And so it's $1 over, but they probably just because people like zeros and fives makes sense. So it's the right price.
Okay, but yeah, no, if you missed them all out and you want the set, here's your chance, right? In the black and white. We're also we got a nice pretty picture here of Mondo Gecko from the Mirage comic line, as well as Akari, looking good from the Mirage comics as well. And the Rat King. This one I'm excited about, man. I like this guy's aesthetic.
Oh yeah, I love the Rat King. He's one, and it's so good to finally get it because kind of in the Mirage like the Mirage NECA boxes, they've kind of been hinting at Kari and Rat King, like they've been always on the boxes, and I'm like, when are we gonna get these guys? Finally,
yeah. So really cool to get them, and yeah, we just got those single images from them, but let's keep going here. This is the Stump Wrestling set that we saw at San Diego Comic-Con. Getting the full rear here, just folding chairs, just super fun cartoony crossover with these turtles.
And it's cool that they elected to go with actual rope. I think that adds a lot to the piece.
I think that is just a set they built.
Oh, you're not getting that?
You're not getting this.
I thought that's what I was buying. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I thought that was like an accessory kind of WWE set that you get the chair in the ring. I want the ring. I want that.
Yeah, you do get a little bell guy, a little ding ding,
And the chair, hit him with the chair, yeah.
The chair is nice, yeah. Give him the chair. I was actually watching Shrek today with Mimi. Yeah, and then you also get the slash here coming in, with the variation.
Yeah, it's very similar to it's kind of like what we saw with the 4 turtles, where they're like basically the same thing, but they're just coming with like really super upgraded accessories. And it's the same thing here because previously when they did the 2-packs, they came with just less stuff because they were 2-packs, and so now I think like now that I thought they were just gonna do the turtles, but now they're getting Slash. I bet they're gonna keep going like just because they know that this is now their bread and butter. I bet we're gonna see like a ultimate kind of Rocksteady single release with multiple
Oh,
accessories and like yeah, I was just thinking like they'll just do the turtles because they're popular, but now Slash like yeah he's a good villain, but he's not like a turtle, you know.
yeah, that's true. I think his name's Binky. I could be wrong. It says Binky's Day Out there at the bottom there.
Oh what? That's Slash though. I
That's
swear
yeah. I don't know. Let us know
yeah.
down below. But
Okay.
yeah, no, that would be cool if we
No,
do
that's
get like
Slash, dude. That's just like that's what they call him, and he's just
okay,
in the beach.
okay. I do. I would be cool to get some single release like more traditional Bebop Rocksteady. Yeah, comic or cartoon version. All right, but there's the stump wrestling box, and of course we also saw the Bebop and Rocksteady on vacation mode, right? So here's just some more pretty pictures. Looks really fun, man. He got the little Quackers hat there, getting a little fly with his I don't know, man, the camera. This looks really cool.
Yeah, just a fun little like that. Even the bebop, I don't know. He just gives me like Alpha vibes in the set. Like it's just like with the mouth kind of like open. It kind of looks like Alpha a little bit. I think the
Yeah,
stand accessories that water cooler. I love that thing.
the little blue water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
that is pretty fun. Yeah, so there's Vacation, Bebop, and Rockstar. And here's everything you're getting with them. Looking real good, right? They're out there hanging out with Jimmy Buffett, sipping on some margaritas. All right, and they're also getting a little bit of that Leatherhead. And again, stuff we've seen, but just cool updates. Like we're getting more textured on the arms here, more details throughout the figure. I enjoy that update.
It's such a smart update because a lot of the times that's why I think I lean towards the Mirage and the Ronin stuff is because it's so
Mhm.
more detailed than the cartoon stuff. But it's like, yeah, that's the aesthetic of it. But this is such a smart executive decision by the NECA team because yes, you could get away with that excuse and just say they're
Right,
cartoons,
right.
so they're
Yeah.
super
They're
smooth. Like,
smooth.
and you can
Yeah.
just add the black lines of the warts, and that's
Hmm.
replicating the cartoon to a T. But just they're going now. I feel like this is almost like beyond the cartoon, and it
Yeah.
adds so much to the figure and to the like it helps kind of pull me back into the cartoon line because like if they keep adding more sculpt,
Yeah,
why
it
not?
makes it nicer. It's fun. I think it just like looks a lot better, man. It's like it can still read as the cartoon, but you're also getting that like finer details.
Yeah, especially with those hard black lines, it's always going to read as the cartoon.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, that's everything you get with him. Kind of a bigger boy for sure. All right, let's jump over to McFarlane Toys. So McFarlane Toys, they announced their Spawn Kickstarter and it officially launched. They were doing medieval Spawn, and we got the full updates here. Now,
Jesus, I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't know it was going to be that big.
so
Like I knew he cooked, but holy crap!
their goal was $100,000, and as of the recording of this, as of this recording, it's at 1.5 million, basically, right? 1,428,643. Yeah, pretty substantial amount of money for this Spawn Kickstarter. And we also got some prettier pictures here. Here's the one with like the centurion or the Roman, head sculpt there, the hamburger head. Just a better look at that regular medieval Spawn as well.
Yeah. Todd is, I guess, like that, and I wonder with his like two massively successful Kickstarters already, I feel like Todd has enough, vote of confidence within the collecting community and the wherewithal with what to do with toys that he should maybe move into higher end collectibles. Like, because it's kind of odd to see this because I feel like it's a stark contrast. If you look at his like DC Multiverse or his other kind of cheap $20 figure toy lines, I would say just from like I would say I see from my personal experience that they don't move as well as like the Hasbro stuff,
They don't.
which is
Yeah.
kind of odd. And it's like, but then like the complete opposite, right? Like Hasbro kind of barely gets their Kickstarters, maybe they fail every now and then and it's more successful.
Yeah.
And like Todd is like, this is what 15x, basically 15x the goal. $1.5 million basically, and it's only
Yeah.
there's 27 days to go. That's ridiculous. Like this is gonna hit 2 million. And
It's crazy. It's
like we
crazy
talked about it
numbers, dude.
glowingly, like we knew it was
Yeah. Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
was thinking like it was gonna get me like half a mil, but yeah, and like it is so good, and I just wonder if he maybe should try doing more higher end figures, maybe adding more
Maybe.
super highly soft goods, like being maybe a competitor to like Haya and Mezco. Like I feel like he can make a
Yeah.
killing in that market.
I mean, right? If he does it like this, right, where this is insanely detailed, right? The
Sculpt
access
paint.
sculpt paint. The accessories are amazing. It's, it has magnets built into it for convenience. Throw in a soft goods cape, throw in a hard cape, whatever. But just put in that effort. He could
Just putting higher
potentially,
level materials, right? Yeah.
yeah, he could potentially show up in that price range.
I would hope so. Like I feel like he can. Like after
Mhm.
this, he should look into it.
All right. So to kind of break it down here, spawn, just the base one, just the medieval spawn is going to be $58. Whether that's the blue, the black, or the artist proof, all will be $58. Interesting on the 58 for the artist proof, just because there's no paint. I feel like if you look at their backers, like 2,000 for the black or for the blue, 1,003 for the black, and only 35 for the grayscale.
That's
It's silly
that's
coin.
true. I think that's a mistake. I feel like he could have made more if he even if it was like a $5 discount. Just it's like not a slap in the face because it's like it's a no brainer because like why would anybody get the grayscale
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you can get a fully painted like highly
yeah,
painted.
yeah.
Whereas like maybe if there was like a little discount, even $5, people would be like, oh, it's $5. I can have fun.
Right, like
five
that's
bucks
the
off.
paint. You can
Yeah.
justify, oh, that's just the paint, right? Yeah, but no, he went with the 58, and I mean it's not hurting him, but
Yeah, no, it's not. What do we
uh,
know?
yeah, what do we know? The next one here is the autographed blue edition for 110. So takes it from 58 to 110 with the autograph coming with that nameplate. He also has the standard 3-pack that will have all 3 figures plus a special sword and then one autograph. Yeah.
I was gonna say, and that effectively saves you $16.
Mm-hmm. And you're getting a little additional, right? You're getting that extra little sword as well.
Oh, $16 and a free sword. Heck yeah.
And then he did this premium 3-pack, which was all 3 figures, the extra sword with 3 signed, hand signed things. But he limited this one for $350 to only 700 backers. So this was like the super exclusive, right? Not only is this the Spawn exclusive Kickstarter figure, Medieval Spawn, but then within that, the premium pack that has everything included only at 700 backers. And that's already sold out.
That makes sense though, because
Yeah.
guy's gonna get carpal tunnel signing so much.
Yeah, you gotta have a limit there for sure. And then here was the accessories that he was saying, and the way that worked is that he didn't put up goals. It's kind of weird. I think it just funded so fast. I don't think they had time to or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're just like you
Uh,
get everything, guys.
Literally, they're just like you get it all. They're like, this is up 14 free accessories. Here you go. And now they're just going to be adding more things. Apparently, there's a video that Todd released where he's like, you guys want some free stuff? Here's for hitting 500,000, here's this. For hitting 750,000, here's this. For hitting 1 million, here's this. And he's like, I can't wait to see how far we go.
And you have to love that. And like that's why I always respect and admire Todd McFarlane because you know he he just is so much, I feel like, for the people and for the customer, and he knows like he doesn't have to do those things because he already hit the million. Like he already hit 1,000,005. Like he doesn't have to add, but he's just like, you know what? You guys have shown so much support to me. Like
Yeah.
I owe it to you guys. And so he's like, I'm gonna try to make this the best I can be. And like you have to love that mutual relationship where it's just like a back and forth love fest between the fans and Todd.
And Todd, yeah. Then it's kind of cool because like with these different figures, you would only get a certain head sculpt, but now that we've unlocked it at this level, you're gonna get the sentry guard, the hamburger head with your figures. So it's like even if you backed one, but you didn't want the head, you didn't want get the head you wanted, it's okay, it's unlocked.
Yeah, I remember you saying, I can't remember which it was, black or blue, but you were saying, oh, I wish I could, I like this color, but I wanted the hamburger head, and
Right.
now you get it.
Now you get it. Yeah. So shout out Todd, man. We'll see how far this goes. It's already at 1.5 million. We'll see where he ends up on it. He also did a little bit of a packaging, and this thing is beefy, dude. So it's pretty thick, opens like a book, and everything's encased in foam. So all the accessories are inside in a foam inlay, and the other side has the figure also as well, foam. Yeah. With
I
the foil here too.
I absolutely adore foam packaging. It's my all-time favorite packaging. When you get that, there's like something like you're like, oh my gosh, the quality of this, like it makes you feel like it's like an art piece. Like you have to open it with gloves. And it's like a few things, it's like I remember the only time I ever seen it's like the deluxe Hot Toys Ahsoka, and then like the Joy Toy Frontline Chaos line comes in foam.
Yeah,
but it's
nice.
just such a nice experience because even the accessories, everything's taken care of. It's like nothing that you just throw in a bag.
That's
there's
true.
so much like work and paint that it tells you, like the packaging tells you, you have to preserve this.
Yeah, gotta be careful with it. Yeah, no. So one thing though that kind of might sour people on this, clear. Well, I guess probably hasn't. I mean, we're at a 500,000, 1.5 million. The shipping on these, Todd's doing his like McFarlane toy store shipping on these. So for if you get one figure, I think it's like $30 or $40 on the shipping. It's a big chunk of money there, and it is a big box that it does come with. But if you order one and get a second one, it keeps the same rate of shipping. It's not one flat rate or one thing for your order. It builds. So you're up to like
Mm.
60, $90 if you get three figures, man, on
I
shipping.
don't I don't like that.
I don't either.
I don't like that, especially because like if you think like when I get, I'm pretty sure when I got the all in for like AWOC, I think I paid like maybe 20, $25, and it's like a giant box, or even Savage Crucible.
They
Same
hooked it
thing.
up though at AWOC. AWOC hooked it up on the shipping.
Even Savage Crucible, like
Even
Savage Crucible,
okay, yeah.
I got the whole wave, huge box. I think I honestly can't even remember if they even charged shipping. Maybe it was like $10, an extra. Probably it was probably like an extra $10. I think they
Okay.
ate it for the most part.
And
Um,
I don't know. I don't know why we're getting such high shipping costs from Todd.
that
I
is
don't know.
weird.
It's just that one little bit there. It's kind of weird. But yeah, so congratulations, Todd. Congratulations, Spawn fans. Shout out to all you guys. You guys showed up, showing Todd some love, and you guys are gonna get a killer figure. I'm not gonna back this. I'm not gonna. I just don't have any attachment to a medieval Spawn. I do love Spawn, but I learned about Spawn from Soul Calibur 2, man, on the Xbox. So
I think I would have, but as soon as you drop that shipping thing, like that also rubs me. You know me, that
yeah,
rubs
yeah,
me the
yeah. That
wrong way.
yeah,
That really grinds my gears, especially just thinking about how these independent toy companies like AWOC, Savage, etc.
yeah, yeah.
They're so new. Like they're new, right? They just don't have as much experience
Smaller,
logistically,
yeah.
and they don't even know how big or how small the Kickstarter is going to be. You would expect more from Todd McFarlane, who's been in the game for so
Yeah.
long and has like a massive logistics team and a massive kind of. He should be able to solve that issue. If little guys can, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he is technically a big guy. He should definitely be able to. That's weird.
He's a big player. But that's the same thing on his store, though, too, right? The McFarlane Toy Store does the exact same thing. There's no shipping break at all for how
I
much you
know it's
order.
terrible. I've never bought anything
Yeah,
from there because it's just
same,
ridiculous. The shipping.
same. All right, but yeah, there we go. That's a breakdown on the Spawn Medieval Spawn Kickstarter from Todd McFarlane. How much? How big of a number are they going to get to? 27 days left. We'll
Two
see.
mil, 2 mil, 2 mil.
2 mil, 2 mil. All right, and we got some more Todd news here. I feel like we've been talking about these figures for like 3 weeks now, but we finally got the full pictures here. With also, since these are collector's editions, we also got the Chase variants as well. But there's the Dark Knight where he's all banged up, he's ripped apart. It comes with a street light.
I'm not buying it for the Batman. I'm buying it for the street light.
I was saved for the street light,
Just buy the
100%.
street light.
And here's the variant Chase. It's like kind of like more of the cover, right? Where he's in all black. He's more of a shadow. He's not all cut up on his suit. You can't see the variation there. Just more evocative of the cover of the Dark Knight Returns. Where he's flying through the air and the lightning behind him. But yeah, no man, that street light's cool. I dig that. And with it being like 7 scale, it's going to be nice and a good size. There's that packaging for that Chase or the variant, the exclusive. And then interesting thing on these guys. So initially we thought this was going to be 4 heads per figure.
Yeah.
It's actually split up. So it's going to be 2 heads per figure. So this will be the wider release here. You're getting the Beak Boy and the Purple Boy, right? The big head and the purple head. There's everything you're getting with them. But the Chase or the variant is going to have the Wolfman Toady Boy. So,
Okay.
I don't know, like great head sculpts, great way to build out your Green Lantern courts. 2 different suit paint jobs here, right? This one has these more of a just the green, just the chest is painted green, the arms are black. This one has kind of more of the more traditional Green Lantern suit. So variations within the suit, again, it allows you to build out your green army, your Green Lantern corps.
I think it was the right move. Like, just thinking about if it had 4 heads, like I was thinking about, well, how I want to display all 4 heads, how would I have the bodies? So it actually makes perfect sense to do double, especially if he's going to do 2 different paint apps, which is
Yeah.
phenomenal. The only thing that's a bummer is that the other one is a Chase, and that really sucks because, most likely I won't be able to find it, and a lot of people won't be able to find it. And we'll kind of be bummed, and we'll only get the 2. So I feel like, what would have been cool if you just did both releases as normal, and
Yeah.
then maybe did the chase as an alternate body. So like it's an exclusive body that you
Hmm.
can use for the heads. Because I think the most part, people really want the heads and aren't really
Yeah.
interested in
Oh,
the
oh yeah.
body so much because you can
Yeah.
substitute that with any Green Lantern that you have.
Yeah.
So I think that would have been the right way to go about this, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm also noticing that the shorts are different too. These kind of have like the green with a little black. These are the full green. So it's a good amount of variation on that body to get some more different looks. But yeah, that is an interesting. That it's going to be hard to get these guys, which is
They
kind of a
always
bummer.
are.
Yeah, it's a bummer. All right, let's keep going. Here is the Huntress that we were digging on, and here is the variant chase. More purple, bluish. Her decal on the front is a V instead of a cross. I personally prefer the white with the bluish purple, but this isn't bad.
Yeah, and I actually love it when they do variants that are not the iconic, not the essential things.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the
yeah.
perfect way to do this chase.
Yeah, just to get a different look out there. You do get the little head plates, which is kind of fun to get some different looks for her. And there is that box as well for the variant. All right, let's keep going. We're getting a McFarlane Toy Store DC Multiverse Deathstroke DC Rebirth Frostbite 7-inch action figure from GameStop exclusive. This is their ice versions, right? That they do. But it's Deathstroke. So kind of fun. And I love that packaging.
Yeah, the
So clean.
packaging is cool, but this one, I don't know, the limb proportions comparison to the torso, it's very lanky. Like I just feel like Deathstroke should have more muscle mass. It just looks odd. Like the limbs are too long and skinny or something. But
I think his
uh,
chest is just ain't big enough.
yeah, the proportions are a little off. But yeah, I don't know if I even like it was cool the first time we saw it when it was with Batman, but it's like, do I want a whole DC catalog of Frostbite,
Frostbite.
especially at the $30 price point? It's like, I don't know.
That's a good question to ask yourself, right? That's a good question because Todd will give it to you regardless if you want
Oh,
it
he's
or
gonna
not.
do it, and guess what? It's gonna sell out too.
Yeah, it is limited to 5,000 pieces, GameStop exclusive. All right, next one. This one's kind of fun. This one's cool. I do dig this. This is a Nightwing versus Talon and Owl 7-inch figure 3-pack for 60. It's going to be on Amazon right now for 60. You're getting Owl, you're getting Talon, which is in the brown over here, which is like part of the core of the Owls, and a Nightwing in the red look there. Yeah, I don't know. Talon's such a cool villain, man. I love that villain. Get the Owl. I love how freaky that looks, dude. This is some Alianos, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah,
what's that movie? Close Encounters with the Third Kind, right? No,
no. Dark
what was it?
Skies.
Was it? No.
Which movie?
There was the one where there was actually the barn owls that were the aliens, and
Oh,
like they would be sleeping,
the fourth
and then
kind. Fourth kind.
the four, yeah, there I something I was
Fourth
saying
kind.
close, not the Third Kind. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
classic one.
yeah. That's the
Yeah,
Spielberg one. Yeah,
no,
fourth
the
kind.
Fourth Kind. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that movie. That's what this is. Yeah,
Mila.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, with the owl too, little accessory. Yeah, no, I dig this. You're getting also the 3 cards with this figures, but also it looks like a premium art card. So just an enlarged art card that's double sided, which I dig. I dig that. It saves me the time of cutting the back off the box. But yeah, man, fun little 3-pack. It's a fun story. Get Talon, the Owl Man. But yeah. All right, let's keep going. We're getting the toy of the year is back, baby. It is back, but in glow in the dark. The Joker Dragon is back. Here for trying to get toy of the year for a year, a second time and a second time. Yeah, I mean, it's just glow in the dark, right? They had the toy, they just threw a glue in the dark paint all over it.
There we go. Yep, it's better
it
now. They fixed it.
fixed it. It's more fun now. Yeah, so there you go. There's the dragon, Joker Dragon, glows in the dark. Boom. All right, let's get into some reviews or announcements, I guess. Here we're getting a cyborg here from DC Rebirth. Looking cool though. I personally I'm partial to the Teen Titans look of Cyborg, but this one's cool. I like the metal that we're getting off of it, the big old just created gun that he can make. I think it's fun.
Yeah, what's really elevating it is that there's like a black dry brush that really adds to like the shine and metal of it,
Yeah,
especially on the shoulder part pauldrons.
sells it better, right? It sells it better as a metal. We're also getting Nightwing, the bike. We're getting a bike. I think this is fun, man. We're also getting the bike with the character as well. So it is separately. I for a second I thought it actually might be a 2-pack. I don't know, but they just kind of announced it on 2 separate things, the bike and the figure separately. But we'll see. Maybe it ends up as a 2-pack. Maybe it doesn't. But I'm always down for McFarlane bikes, man.
Yeah, and you're gonna the head's gonna be traffic cone because of the hoodies. So you're gonna get no rotation there, and then even like I feel like the arms kind of will be hindered by the vest.
It is
But
interesting that they went with a connected vest hood thing there. That's
I mean, how
interesting.
else would you do it besides soft goods? There would be no other
That's
like.
true. Yeah.
I mean, I guess some companies I've seen previously there is like a way they could do it, but it's more of like a hood piece around the neck, so it moves with the
Mm.
neck. So that probably would have been better. But that with that one, it's usually like the hoodie's closed. So
Yeah,
I
and
think
this is
because the
open.
hoodie's
Yeah.
open, they weren't able to do that.
Yeah, we'll see how much it actually moves. I don't think it'll move too much, but yeah, little cool little announcements there. We'll get more details later. All right, let's jump over to Mezco Toys. They announced their Nightwing for their Batman line there, $95. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. Mayfix crushed it with their like very classic, their Hush, Nightwing, and it moves really well, it poses really well. And on this one, you are getting, the soft goods or the, that kind of that leather material or that suit, that body suit. But I don't know. I'm more partial to that Mayfix personally.
I think they absolutely crushed it. Like sometimes I'm always like against Mayfix, but it really makes me think like I don't even want to collect like I don't even want to collect DC Multiverse anymore because it's like I'm just gonna collect the Mezco DC
Yeah.
stuff because they're so quality and like they're probably relatively the same price to the Mayfix, but I think this
Mm-hmm,
is
mm-hmm.
a better like you can be partial to whatever aesthetic you like, but I
True.
think for what you're getting here versus the Mayfix, you're getting substantially more
That's
here.
true though. Yeah. Yeah.
If you look at the head sculpt, it's a hyper realistic head sculpt. Look at the skin tone;
The
it
skin
looks
tones.
good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like they went all out on this suit. The blue is very metallic. You're getting I think just higher quality paint apps compared to the Mayfix because the Mayfix is based off the comic, and it's
Yeah.
super
Yeah. Yeah.
just mundane, clean black, clean
It's
blue,
very clean aesthetic. Yeah.
and you're gonna get honestly I think even more accessories with the Mezco always offers more
Yes.
accessories than a
Yeah.
Mayfix, and so the value for me, I like just from if you just stand back for a sec, this
Mm-hmm.
Mezco is the best Nightwing ever, honestly. Especially because like it kind of scratches the itch of that classic look,
It
but also
does.
that modern look. So it's kind of the best of both worlds for me.
Okay. This pic, the attitude in this picture, whoever posed this and shot this, man, I love this shot, man. Just beautiful, like attitude, having the his baton twirling. I love that, dude. Love the attitude on there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm more partial. But if I do step back, this thing is loaded, right? As Mezco does with accessories, you get all sorts of hands, different heads, different effect pieces.
Just the
Oh,
heads alone, like that should be like you look at those heads, and it's like, okay, this is a no-brainer. Like, why would you even get the
mhm.
Mayfix?
Especially now where it's a
Oh,
lot. It's aftermarket right now too.
yeah. This is crazy
Yeah,
good, man.
yeah.
I'm so excited that they're finally kind of moving on from the 100 Batmans and the 100 Jokers that we've gotten, and we're finally getting more of the Bat family. This is just such a great sign from Mezco.
I would love. I can't remember her name. But it's like Batgirl from the Bronx. It's like it's more of a like she has like it's more of a brighter yellow and gray, and I love that aesthetic for Batgirl. So that'd be cool if they do keep going down the Bat family line. Get us a Red Wing, all the different Robins, right? That they could do. Maybe a Barbara Gordon. Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, let's jump over to Storm Collectibles. We're getting King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Ralph Jones for $90 here. Looking good, man. I do like this aesthetic. Just kind of just like a dude because it can work potentially in other things. I know they're a little bit taller, being Storm Collectibles,
They're
um,
massive.
but
Honestly, like close to like 9 inches sometimes.
oh my god! But just use a little force perspective, get that guy in scale, and there's those effect pieces that they're really, really, doing a good job with all the time, man. But yeah,
The knockoff Ryu, nice.
there's everything you're getting with him. You're getting some effect pieces, the arm punching piece, as well as all sorts of hands and 3 different head sculpts, head plates. Who knows? All right, let's jump over to Mayfix. Speaking of Mayfix, we are getting a Age of Apocalypse Cyclops here. This is fun. It's fun that they're jumping into Age of Apocalypse. We'll see how much they do of it because there's a lot. Marvel Legends hasn't even finished that whole team yet, and they're jumping in, so we'll see. But yeah, looking really good. I mean, honestly, like I would have liked the blues on him to be a little darker, but the golds look really
Really, I don't. For me, at this price point, I think the golds are atrocious. Like that,
good. Okay.
it's not shining. Like it, I can like it's too like it looks plastic to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting plastic vibes from it, and I feel like I'm not getting metal. And usually, I feel like at these higher price points, I get that metal vibe. Like I get it's kind of it's yeah, it's kind of crazy that even that $25 cyborg that McFarlane was doing, I got more metal vibes than with this. And of course, this is a cleaner aesthetic because it's based off the comics. But
Mhm.
still, I feel like you know what it is. I don't think there's any paint. It almost looks like it's the
It's
plastic.
just the
So
plastic.
it's just a lack of paint, and that's why it's not looking like metal because they're just molding
Okay.
it in shiny gold plastic, which makes
Okay.
it look like cheap plastic.
Right. Makes it look like plastic. I don't
Because
know.
yeah,
I
they should have added metallic paint.
like some type of overlay. Even like their Phoenix had a little bit of that metallic paint.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah. See, and that's another thing, like, especially when you can see that that's the exact same company for the exact same line can do that. It is possible that they did it. Now, if you look at the hand, right? The hand piece is painted because it's not part it's painted because it's not part of the black hand. It's molded in black and then it's painted on gold. That looks different to me than the belt because the belt is molded in the plastic. So just looking at the gauntlets and the top of the hand, it's different than the belt and the bandolier
Yeah.
because one's painted and one's molded. So you get
Hmm.
a variance in gold and a difference in quality. So it makes no sense. And that's why the Phoenix was painted really well gold because it was painted on top of the green plastic.
On top of the green plastic. That's just what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, if you look down at the gauntlets, it's got that more of that shining, that shine to it, that brillanteness, like. But yeah, I can kind of see where you're seeing where that it's more of a muted yellow on that belt piece.
And like if you think about it, that's just skimping out on paint because
Hmm.
especially if it's a separate piece, it just has to be sprayed.
Yeah, yeah, just an extra step there they didn't want to do. Potentially. Here's the effects pieces though. You get the burning, you get the cool little cross here that he does in the comic, and as well as one-eyed laser beam as well. But they're also adding Weapon X, the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. Which, if you've seen Deadpool and Wolverine, he showed up in there, which is kind of fun. But yeah, this is fun. Again, just really comic inspired, big old hair. That's how he is. He's very feral in the story. Comes with his stump hand that also he is able to shoot out his claws out of there. The story is that Logan and so this is an alternate universe where Apocalypse, was in power, but Logan was fighting Scott and he got so close to his eye that his hand melted off along with the adamantium in his hand. But he got his Scott's eye. So that's why Scott only has one eye.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
But he has a stump, right? Because his hand got melted off, but he can still shoot his claws through. So yeah, no, and again, that clean aesthetic, that Mafex, body mold. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with my Marvel Legend AOA stuff.
You know what?
They
And I
they
think
they
that's a
scratch the
testament.
itch, to it.
I
So
think that's a testament to how attached I think just everybody is to the Jim Lee costumes. Like they're definitive because I'm thinking about it now. It's like why did I buy all the Jim Lee when I had the perfect Marvel Legends set? Now when I look at this, I'm like, I'm the same thing with you. I'm like, yeah, these are cool, but it's like, yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with the Marvel Legends, you know?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it
Uh,
does what I want it to. It reads really well as the look.
you know,
Yeah, interesting, huh? That
yeah.
Jim Lee
It's just
man,
those Jim Lee pushes it
just
over.
like
You're like, okay, I gotta get it. Even if it's
just
5% better, I'll get it.
so iconic. All right, but there's that. I'll wrap it up for Mezco. Let's go ahead and take it around the net. Just a quick update on the Chun Li. We got a full review with the price there. It's going to be $83. Here she is, all flexed out. Look at that. Love that, man. This is the amazing Gucci Reveltech, of course, so you can get them in big pieces. Now, when I first looked at this, I was like, oh, dang, I think that skirt is like, is soft goods. Fortunately, it is not. It's just a couple separate pieces.
I mean, I wouldn't say fortunately, and I think that's like that's such a huge compliment. I feel like that you just said it's a
That's
testament
true.
to Amazing
Okay.
Yamaguchi. The fact
Okay.
that they were able to fool you with hard plastic, especially because when posing, it's gonna hold that pose, and the fact
Mm-hmm.
that it tricked you to think it was fabric, they executed it phenomenally. So yeah, like it would have been nice, but also once again, you kind of sacrifice where the eye is gonna be able to tell when the plastic breaks to fabric. It's just like a jarring
Mm-hmm.
jump. And so the fact that they were able to make it look like fabric, but you no longer get that jarring jump because it's still all plastic and it's super cohesive.
I love this effect piece, man. And like I like that the extra hand or the extra feet are like translucent. Like I was kind of looking at the Storm collectibles where you actually kind of see the actual hand or fist in it. And that's cool, but I think I dig that more of the translucent effect piece. Yeah, I just feel like it reads a little bit better as like like speed lines or movement there. I do like the fist, but I think I dig more of the translucent. I don't know. That's my personal opinion.
I think I'm more Storm collectibles because I feel like
Yeah.
when it's represented in like anime, right? you can see multiple fists because they're going
That's
that fast. And so when
that's
they're going
actually
that fast,
drawn. Yeah,
yeah. So this is cool, but yeah, I think either one, they're both they both
yeah,
got their
yeah.
pros and cons.
They're both good. Like they're both super fun. But yeah, I think I just like the translucent for some reason. But yeah, no, yeah, but yeah, it looks great, dude. Man, looks like a really fun figure. Look at that pose, man. Just so, I mean, she's in a ball there, man. Love Amazing for that ability to pose them like that. All right, last up, something we don't really get into: 1/18th scale. So Joy Toy announced their turtles at 1/18th scale. They weren't done. They still had a look. They had still had some reveals here. They went ahead and did Bebop and Rocksteady at that 1/18th scale for $50. And man, I don't know how Joy Toy does it, man. I guess they have all that practice with Warhammer figures and all the details they can pack into that 1/18th Warhammer scale. But these look beautiful, dude. I mean, it's nuts,
It's crazy. Like if you wouldn't tell anybody this is 1/18th,
man.
just like from the detail and the articulation, you would think it's 1/12th, and it's insane because people always give kind of the excuse to other companies that are doing 1/18 scale where it's like, hey, you can't do anything at that scale, like they're doing the best they can. But then Joy Toy comes along and it's like, no, it's possible. It's possible to
No,
get the kind of the
yeah.
same quality of a 1/12 figure within a 1/18 scale. Like turtle fans, they've been eating good for a while, man. They don't stop eating, these guys.
Yeah, no, it's been good, man. And there are these ones specifically are 11 and a half centimeters tall. So it's about 4.5, almost 5 inches tall. So, I mean, they are bigger, which, they are bigger characters. So I love
Yeah.
that, man. I love that.
Hopefully I mean, they've been doing a lot of 1/12, but yeah, they honestly just gotta upscale these because these look like the best Bebop and Rocksteady I've ever seen.
I agree with you, man. And they are so good. I am tempted to jump into 1/18th. I've never done 1/18th scale, but these are just so nice, dude. I don't know. Maybe I get into 1/18th scale. And I was hearing some other people talking. They're just like, maybe the collecting world is going to shift to 1/18th, right? People, like you always say, you're running out of space. Well, these figures take up less space.
It's true. And they're usually cheaper. Like if you compare it like for like a similar high quality for 1/12, these would run you 80, 90, $100, whereas at
Yeah.
1/18 it's 50. The same,
Yeah.
it's like the same quality.
Yeah, no, for sure. So these are fun. They also come with that base that you can hook up and create something with. And it's only half of a manhole. So maybe they got other villains to plan. Who
Yes.
knows? Maybe like a Shredder or a Baxter Stockman.
They
Who
gotta do it.
knows?
They're gonna do it for sure.
I just finished watching Mutant Mayhem too, again, rewatching that, man. And I love that movie. And I know there are toys there, but I'd like to see one of the, bigger players dip their hands into that aesthetics. I like the sketch lines that are all over those characters, and the proportions also within that universe. I think are super fun. So, all right. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and wrap up our show this week. Thank you, friends. But let's go ahead and talk about pick of the week, Josh. What do you think? And I'll run it back for you real quick. You like that Joker dragon?
No,
That's toy of the year.
No, I'm gonna give it to the Mezco Nightwing.
Yeah,
Mezco Nightwing. Yep, they absolutely crushed that thing.
they did it. Yeah, it does look good. It does look good. All right. For me, I'm going that Rocksteady, dude. That Joy Toy Rocksteady. They just look so good, man. Such a clean aesthetic, and Joy Toy really just doing their thing. And the fact that they make me want to get into a whole separate scale, it's kind of scary, but maybe I do it. I don't know. All right, let us know down below your pick of the weeks, friends. As always, friends, thank you for tuning in to the Collecting Brothers. Keep collecting, keep playing, and may the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.